Okay, so forgive me. I'm not used to doing videos of myself talking and doing stuff at the same time, so I've got to kind of like keep that in mind. So this guy, that light is a pain in the neck. This guy's now draining through the holes, as you can see, and that's moving over into tank number 3, which is now filling slowly. And then I switched this. That 90 used to be turned down, but Terry, the designer, wants it turned up because that's going to be pushing water up this way, and this is what he calls the moving bed. So the flow is kind of like always disturbing the media that's up here, and maybe that makes them happy. Maybe it helps them metabolize the last bits of nutrient better. But all I know is that's what the directions said to do. You guys can see that my PVC is a little dirty on the inside. This PVC was hanging around the property. I used it for various things here and there, but this is no big deal. It's basically like Virginia clay, which, as many people are probably aware, it's super red and super hard to get off of stuff. I didn't feel there was a real good reason to get all crazy and clean these things. That'll happen over time, I'm sure, but why not have a little bit of clay in the system? I don't know. It's a filter. And while this is filling, let's take you back down here, make sure I got no leaks. Everything's doing fine so far. I'm very pleased. Thank you, Lord. You're gonna hear me say that a lot on these videos, but all of the Uniseals seem well seated and they're working fine. I like the noise this is making. Nice gurgling. Love a nice gurgle sound. Let's just hope I don't drop my phone in the drum. But I think this might be a good time to show you what'll happen with the waste. So if I were to turn this on, of course, water would start pouring out of here. Eventually, all 4 drums have this, Terry calls the waste, you know, the sump at the bottom. So when this is on, it's going to, you know, allow all the water in these drums to drain. And that's why we can isolate each drum so that I can drain one at a time, and I don't have to drain all 4 at once. But this plumbing will all go into one plumbing, into one pipe, and it will kind of come alongside the greenhouse. This silly light won't be here, but it'll go basically all the way down the side and into this drum. Where is it? That 55-gallon drum. But it'll be set up over here, and it'll have a spout at the bottom that I can kind of like turn on and get all the goo into a 5-gallon bucket or whatever size, and I'll take it out of the greenhouse and use it to fertilize stuff in the yard, garden plants, orchard plants, and then the good stuff. So the solids you want out of the system, but the liquid is still pretty fertile, and I'm going to use that to fuel hydroponics up here in the old shallow end of the pool. One of my videos will tell you about the pool that we're in. You can see that we're in an old 1979 in-ground pool, very large. I think it's 22 feet across by 44 feet long. And this is the old diving board as a throwback to the old pool. Maybe someday the water will be clean enough we can use the diving board again, but that was not going to happen right now. Okay, let's go see how tank number 3 is doing. So tank number 2 is about as full as it's going to be, which is pretty cool, because with the media, like I said, it'll probably drain a little bit more slowly, and then you got emergency overflow. We don't want to see water go into the emergency overflow, because that means like the plastic media will also be lost. So it shouldn't do that. Tim had me stop about an inch above, you know, so we got, hopefully all of the water drains through the holes and none of the filter media will make it up and over the wall and escape. Drum number 3 is filling pretty well. We're almost to the holes, and so far so good. I really I just really appreciate how this is all working so far and not leaking, which I was really nervous about. If you get a leak, you basically gotta, you know, I would come back to the pump, turn that line off, you know, turn everything back, recirculate it into the pool, and then, you know, drain the drum, dry it, and then add some more glue, PVC glue, to try to like jam up the leak. So I'm just really happy that there really doesn't seem to be any leaks right now. Shabadoo.